Good afternoon. We're here to update all New Yorkers on a shooting involving two NYPD officers that took place this afternoon. First, we want to thank God that they will be going home, and we want to thank the staff here at Bellevue for their immediate attention and care to the police officers involved. These brave officers were shot in the line of duty responding to an armed robbery in Manhattan. After a brief pursuit of the suspect on foot, one officer was shot in the upper thigh, and the other was grazed in the left thigh. Both officers are currently here at Bellevue Hospital and are expected to make a full recovery. The suspect, who actually visited his probation officer this morning, is in custody at this time. And I want to be clear, our NYPD officers did not fire on the suspect. The shooting underlines the danger that the men and women of all of our law enforcement communities in general, but specifically the members of the NYPD, face every day. Dangerous people that are fully capable of using illegal weapons to cause harm not only on police officers but civilians in the city. That is why we removed over 17,000 guns off our streets, and we continue to go after those who believe they can carry illegal guns in this city. The officers are on the front lines doing the dangerous work to make our city safer. It takes courage to put on that uniform every day and to go out and face those who want to harm innocent New Yorkers. To put your life at risk for others, to answer the calls of service, and to respond and run towards danger as people move away from it. The NYPD moved quickly in response to this armed robbery and focused on their resources to swiftly apprehend the perpetrator. I also want to thank the individuals who reported this incident. New Yorkers working together with our law enforcement community allow us to respond, apprehend, and take dangerous people into custody. And I want to also, again, thank this hospital. Bellevue Hospital has been known for these type of traumas and these type of emergencies. The staff responded quickly in speaking to the two officers and their family members. It meant a lot to see them up, fully conscious, and we wanted to just personally thank them for putting their lives on the line. New York City remains the safest big city in the country because we have the finest police department carrying out the job every day. I want to turn it over to the Police Commissioner of the City of New York, Commissioner Eddie Caban.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, everyone. And as the mayor said, today is yet another reminder of the dangers of New York City police officers face every day as they go out there to keep our city safe. So right off the top, I'm relieved to say that our officers are both in good, stable condition, and we expect them to make a full recovery. I just spoke to both of them earlier, and they're in good spirits. But make no mistake, today could have turned out very different. Yet again, your officers confronted violent criminal who had no problem carrying an illegal gun on our streets. And as a result, 2 of our officers are in the hospital with gunshot wounds, and they're lucky to be alive. I want to commend the cops who ran toward the dangerous afternoon like the men and women of the NYPD do every single day. I also want to thank the medical staff at Bellevue Hospital who work with great skill and care to take care of our officers. We are very grateful to them for everything they do for our department. Our officers were out there doing the job we asked them to do, and we are very grateful that they're going to be okay. Now I'll turn it over to our Chief Detective, Joe Kenny, who will update you on what we know so far. Chief?
Thank you, Commissioner. Today at 4:15 This afternoon, we received a 911 call requesting police to respond to 91 Canal Street on the second floor. This location is in the confines of the 5th Precinct. The caller stated that a male was at the location armed with a gun and that he was robbing women of their purses. What we see on video is that this male enters 91 Canal Street. He goes to the second floor. He produces a firearm and announces a robbery. He points it at numerous women and begins to steal their purses. This male steals the purses and flees the location. Officers respond to 91 Canal Street. Multiple victims inform the officers that the male with the gun fled northbound toward Delancey Street into the confines of the 7th Precinct. 7 minutes later, canvassing officers from both the 5th Precinct and the 7th Precinct observe a male fitting that description in front of 167 Eldridge Street. That male is identified as Joshua Dorsett. He is 22 years old. He resides at 46 Madison Street. He has 3 prior arrests. His last arrest was in 2022 for criminal possession of a controlled substance here in Manhattan. He is a known gang member, and he is currently on probation. When 2 uniformed sergeants, one from the 5th Precinct and one from the 7th Precinct, stop Dorsett, he begins to pull a loaded firearm out of his front pants pocket. A struggle begins for the possession of the gun between Dorsett and the 2 sergeants, and a shot is fired by the perpetrator, Dorsett. 1 sergeant is struck in the groin. 1 sergeant is struck in the left leg. We have 1 bullet that hit both cops. Both are here being treated at Bellevue Hospital and are in stable condition. Joshua Dorsett was taken into custody, and a loaded .45 caliber Taurus semi-automatic pistol was recovered at the scene. I'll take any questions if you have them.
John Doyle, CBS. Chief, what was the location on the second floor of this building? What was the business where the women were gathered?
It's a mahjong parlor.
After the officers were shot, did Dorsett run, and then was he captured by a separate set of officers? What happened at that point?
No, after the officers were shot, he was restrained at the scene
By those officers?
by the 2 sergeants and responding officers.
Dean Moses, you say he was a gang member. Can you say what gang he was part of, and is there any indication of why he chose this location?
It's Up the Hill is the name of the gang that he's part of, and we believe that this location possibly is be part of our investigation, might be some gambling at the location.
Alabama, CBS.
What can you tell us about the 2 officers, the sergeants, how long you've been in the department, and what did they say when you were there?
Yes, I'll speak about that. There was 2 sergeants. 1 sergeant is assigned to the 5th Precinct. He's the public safety sergeant, 43 years old. He's been with the department approximately 16 years. The 2nd sergeant is the neighborhood coordination sergeant from the 7th Precinct. He's been with the department since 2013, 11 years, and he's been there as a sergeant for 2 years. I'm sorry? No, they're in good spirits. They're conscious. They're in good spirits, and it's great to talk to them.
As of right now, the terms of his probation, we'll get more details as we go along in the investigation, but as of right now, he's required to report to his probation officer every month, and we know he reported this morning, actually. One officer will be treated and released with the graze wound to the leg. The other officer who was shot in the groin will be held overnight for observation.
Well, you said the suspect was Up the Hill. Is there any indication that gambling is being done by the rival gang down the hill?
No, we believe this location is known throughout the neighborhood where people gather to play mahjong. Sometimes there is money exchanged during these games, and he's from the neighborhood, so he would have known that.
Last question, wrap up. Chief, can you talk a little bit about his visit with his probation officer today, and then second, if there's video, body-worn camera video, can you describe the struggle?
The struggle itself is Mr. Dorsett is stopped. The officers hold him against an automobile. He begins to pull the firearm out of his front pants pocket. The officers instruct him, "Let me see your hands." A struggle begins for the firearm, and then you hear the gunshot go off, and the 1 sergeant is shot in the groin, and then the other officers respond and handcuff the perpetrator.
And his visit to his probation officer today, how prior to this incident was that?
About 10:30 this morning.